Let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is going to be a great challenge for us, for this football team. Coach Talley has quite a team there. All aspects, offense, defense, and special teams. They play really well. And they're a physical team. If you look at the statistics, we're very close in terms of offense and defense. They have a quarterback that is very talented, can throw the ball. Pass efficiency-wise, I think he's up at the top. He's their leading ground gainer. But they also have Matt Caesar, a guy that runs their Wildcat. He's wide receiver, kickoff returner. So they do a lot of things to shorten the field with the talent that they use, and we're going to have to play our best game here because, and that's the way you want it. At this time, with a lot at stake, a lot on the line here. But we feel being at home and having a great crowd out there. Hopefully to be out there and cheer us on, that we can represent the school well. So it's an exciting challenge just waiting to happen, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, thank you. Take some questions.
Coach, you mentioned Matt Caesar. That's, in a lot of ways, people consider him their biggest threat. Is there anything you do in practice or the week before to prepare for somebody like that?
Not really, unless you have a Matt Caesar type. Now, there's a couple guys that we try to simulate that can get out there and return kicks and allow him to do whatever he wants with the ball in terms of running. So you try to simulate the speed and the athleticism that he has, but you really don't, and you really can't until game time. So you practice as much as you can. You alert the players as to where he likes to get the ball, how he runs, his running style, if there's any ball disruption opportunities, where we need to kick, what we need to do, and then you hope the game plan is such that you can out execute them and his ability to hurt you.
Coach, last year you had to win these games late. This year, is there the same urgency? Is there a different mindset in the locker room?
There's the same sense of urgency in that, this is an opportunity. Last year we wanted an opportunity to win the conference championship and then go on to the playoffs. The goals haven't changed. This goal is very attainable in winning a conference championship. I believe if we win, then it's at least a tie for the conference championship. So it's a goal that's attainable. It's the pink elephant that's in the room. You got to acknowledge it. But our goal is to play a team that's ranked number 4 in the country, perhaps even better than that. And that we lost to them last year. They're a good team that's coming down here, and we'll see what kind of team we are. So our goal is to play our best football.
I know you don't care about the number 1 ranking. You said that before. But in terms of getting AP votes in the AP Top 25, does that mean anything to you? Is that a nice little respect thing, maybe?
That's as far as it goes in terms of respect. I mean, it's obviously for the CAA, and our FCS football in general, it's quite a compliment. But that's not going to help us block or tackle or make any plays. But you do acknowledge those things. It's human nature. You acknowledge it, but you also have to look at the fact that what matters is this Saturday at 3:30 when we play Villanova.
How much do you take a look at last year's tape of this game as opposed to watching what Villanova is doing this year? How similar are they to the team that you guys faced last year up there?
I think they're probably even better. I mean, they have a quarterback they've settled in on, in Whitney, that can run the offense, and Caesar has really emerged as a guy that's a dynamic player. Defensively, they're big. They got big linebackers, kind of a 50 scheme, but they do a little bit of everything, And last year, what they did to us and what they're doing this year, we have to take all those things to account because they had an open date, and I'm quite sure that they'll go back and they'll look at things that that hurt us or that we may be susceptible to. But at the same time, the fact that we've been playing and continue to keep playing, may help us out because we've kind of seen a lot of things, and so we'll see. As the game goes, there'll be something that they'll do that we haven't practiced or prepared for. That's always the case, and particularly when you're in an open week, playing a team that's had an open week. But our ability to respond to that is going to be key.
The statistically, outside of maybe them running the ball a little bit more than you do, you guys almost look identical. Does it feel that way when you watch them on tape, and is there any kind of advantage to facing a team that seems to do everything as well as you guys do?
Well, I think that this game is going to be, again, goes back to a field position game because of who can catch the ball and who can return balls. You're right. Both teams are very, very close, similarly, in terms of offense and defense, and one can anticipate a close game, and then whoever executes the best, I think, is going to have an opportunity to win the game. I think it's going to be based on execution, because, as you said, that everything is very, 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 very close in terms of statistically. But it's a game that it's on TV. They know that it's a great challenge for them to play in a venue of our homecoming. So all those things, I think, just add to it, the importance of it. But hopefully we'll do our part to make it an exciting game for the people that come out.
Your last two home games are against Jimmy and Andy, combined 55 years of experience at the two schools that they've been at. Could you ever see yourself spending that amount of time at one institution, and what kind of connection does a coach have to have with a particular school to be able to stay there that long?
Well, my hat goes off to Coach Laycock and Coach Talley to be at a place and have longevity. There's not much longevity in this profession. It's what have you done for me lately? It's if you're winning, then you got to win by more, or you start too slow. If you're losing, then they can't wait to move you on to greener pastures or whatever. But so I have a lot of credit. I give a lot of credit to Coach Laycock. I spend a lot of time with him as an assistant coach, and that and the way he runs the program, the way Coach Talley does it. Those are two experienced coaches, the dean of FCS football and particularly CAA, that do it the right way.
You see yourself here for 25 years?
Wow, if I could put my kids through school and all that stuff like that, that'd be good. So it's I love doing this. Being a football coach and affecting the lives of some of the young guys the young men that you'll talk to here in a little bit. It's fun to do. And be a dad and all those things like that. I guess you can have fun doing all that. I mean, people say you haven't been around a long time. Not as a head coach, I haven't, but being a dad and being a coach and being a mentor and role model, to me, that's just as important as anything else.
You didn't make the All-Stadium team. What up?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, voters. What's going? The ones that made it. Look at their history. Brian Jordan, Ray Easterling, Jeff Nixon. I mean, and David Ames. I mean, that's the who's right there. And I don't mind being a B list on that right there, because I know. I know those guys, and I've met all those guys, and obviously Jeff Nixon was a year before I got here, but Brian Jordan spoke to our team at the national championship game last year. Ray Easterling, he still comes out on the track and tries to challenge me to one-on-ones. So, it's a great group, a representative group of the University of Richmond.